Hello dear learners, how are you? I hope you are fine. You are most welcome to today's program of Bangladesh Open University. Before starting my today's lecture, let me introduce myself. I am Mohammad Tarikul, faculty member, School of Business, Bangladesh Open University. Dear learners of regular MBA and Commonwealth Executive MBA and MPA programs, you are most welcome to today's lecture session on MBA-1302 Principles of Marketing Unit 2. Today I will discuss some important topics. These are the definition of strategic planning and the strategic planning process. Hence, there are some learning objectives. After completing this today's lecture session, you will be able to define the term strategic planning. Side by side, you can also understand the strategic planning process. Dear learner, first we have to know what is plan. Plan is a mental picture of a future course of action. Normally, companies takes three types of plan. First one is annual plan, second long run plan, and third strategic plan. Dear learner, now I actually want to discuss about what is strategic plan. Strategic plan is the process of maintaining and developing strategic fit between the organization goals and capabilities, and strategic plan helps the firm to adapt the advantages of opportunities in a changing environment. Now I will actually discuss about the strategic planning process. Strategic planning process depends on the defining the company's mission and setting the company's objectives. Side by side, it is also related with the designing the company's current business portfolio and coordinating the functional strategies. Dear learner, now we will see the figure. In this figure actually shows the steps in the strategic planning process. This process actually starts from the defining the company's mission, setting the company's objectives and goals, then designing the business portfolio, and then planning, marketing and other functional strategies. Dear learners, now I actually discuss about the first steps of strategic planning process. The first step is defining the company's mission. Mission statement described what it wants to accomplish in larger environment. Normally, mission statement involves actually market orientation activities, and the market oriented mission statement normally focus on the customer actual needs. Dear learners, in case of defining the mission statement, normally manager consider two important factors. First, product oriented definition and market oriented definition. Now I will discuss some companies of product oriented definition and market oriented definition. Now we will see that following table. This table indicate product oriented versus market oriented definition. The company Revlon, which product oriented definition is we make cosmetics. On the other hand, the market oriented definition is we sell lifestyle and self expression, success and status, memories, hopes and dreams. And another company Disney, which product oriented definition is we run theme parks, and the market oriented definition of the company is we provide fantasies and entertainment, a place where America still works the way it is proposed to. And another company Walmart, which product oriented definition is we run discount stores, and on the other hand this company's market oriented definition is we offer products and services that deliver value to middle Americans. Dear learner, In designing the mission statement, the management should focus on some important factors. First one is mission should not be too narrow or too broad, and mission should be realistic and very much specific, and mission should be compatible with environment. The second steps of strategic planning process is setting the company's goals and objectives. After defining the mission of the companies, the manager must have to translate the mission with the company's goals and objectives. And in case of setting company's goals and objectives, the manager must consider two important things. First one is mission side by side objectives. These two terms have some similarities, and sometimes we think that these two terms is the same things. It is not right, because as for example, we can say Jamuna Fertilizer Company is a producing and marketing company. This company actually produce fertilizer and marketing this fertilizer. Whenever we decide that we will set the mission of this fertilizer company, it should not be to produce the fertilizer. The mission of this Jamuna's Fertilizer Company should be to increase the agricultural productivity. In short, we can say mission actually covers a broad area, and on the other hand objectives or goals actually covers in short area, and normally mission actually covers the goals side by side the objectives of the companies. Dear learners, the third steps of strategic planning process is designing the business portfolio. Dear learners, normally we have to know what is business portfolio. Business portfolio is the collection of company's business and products that the company constitute. The best business portfolio actually best fit with the company's strength and weakness. Dear learners, in case of business portfolio, the manager must have to consider two important things. First one is consider its existing business portfolio and decide which business should get more less investment, and second is formulate growth strategies. Now, designing the strategic planning, manager should focus on current business portfolio. The major task of strategic planning process to analyze the current business portfolio. The current business portfolio is the tools that identify and evaluate the business wings, and current business portfolio actually indicates some key business which actually called strategic business unit. Strategic business unit is a unit that actually focus on the company's separate missions and objectives, and strategic business units may be a company division or a product of the company's product line, or it may be a individual product or brand. Dear learners, portfolio analysis method assess SBUs from two points of view. These are the attractiveness of the SBUs market or industry, and second, the strength of the SBUs position in the market. The most popular portfolio planning method were developed by Boston Consulting Group approach. Now, I will discuss about the Boston Consulting Group approach. By using this approach, the company's portfolio can be classified into four categories or four SBUs. This is first one is stars, second cash cows, third question marks, and fourth dogs. Dear learners, now we will see the figure which actually shows the Boston Consulting Group approach. In this approach, there are 4 business portfolio. First one is stars, second cash cows, third question mark, and fourth dog. The horizontal axis shows relative market share and the vertical axis shows market growth rate. Dear learners, actually the relative market share actually indicates the strength of the company. On the other hand, the market growth rate actually indicates the attractiveness of the company. Dear learners, in this figure we can see that the stars are high market growth rate and high relative market share. This company actually invest more money for sustain in a competitive market, because whenever a company is a star, he have to face lots of competition and he have to face lots of new competitors, and for sustaining in the existing market the company have to invest more money. Dear learners, the second business portfolio is cash cows. In case of cash cows, we can see cash cows are high relative market share and low market growth rate, and in case of cash cows it actually earn lots of money, and by this money company can sustain others business portfolio. If the company can create new strategy for the cash cows for improving the market growth rate, then the cash cows can turn into the stars. And the third business portfolio is question marks. In the question marks we can see the question marks are high market growth rate and low relative market share. The company have to invest more money for sustains such types of business portfolio. If the company can improve the marketing strategy and side by side company can invest more money, then the question marks can be turned into the stars. And the fourth business portfolio is dogs. Whenever the company generate such types of business portfolio, the company invest a lot of money and company have to decide this portfolio is suitable for the company or not. Normally company try to reduce such types of business portfolio, because this dog cannot create any sort of profit for the company. For this reason company try to remove such types of business portfolio. Dear learner, now I actually discuss about the strategies that are taken by the manager in case of these 4 SBU. We see in case of stars, this is actually high market growth rate and high relative market share. In this situation the company always try to hold the market share and company have to face a lots of competition in the market. In case of cash cows we can see the relative market share is high and the market growth rate is low, and in this situation company uses the harvesting strategy. Company try to collect money as far as possible from the market. And the third SBU is question marks. In this question marks we can see the market growth rate is high and the relative market share is low. In this situation the marketeer apply the building strategy or the retention strategy. In this situation marketeer can invest more money to sustain such types of SBO, and the manager try to turn into these question marks in stars, and the last SBO is docs. What type of strategy actually followed by the marketeer? In case of docs, company normally have to invest money for these docs, and in case of docs, company does not earn any sort of profit from the market. He have to spend more money for sustain such types of SBOs. In this situation, company try to implement the divesting strategy, or company try to cut out the company, or company try to remove such types of SBO. It is suitable for the company because in this situation the company have not invest more money for holding such types of SBO like docs. Dear learners, after designing the business portfolio, company must focus on the planning of functional strategies. In case of planning the functional strategies, company focus on some functional departments like finance, marketing, accounting, human resource, etc. And company set the strategies for the each department. In case of marketing, company can apply marketing philosophy, product philosophy, selling philosophy, etc. and have to consider the needs and wants of the customers. Dear learners, this is all about today. At last I conclude that whenever a manager wants to set a strategic planning, or whenever a manager wants to develop a strategic plan in his company or organization, he must have to consider the strategic planning process and the steps. First one is defining the company's mission, second setting the company's goals and objectives, third designing the business portfolio, and fourth planning, marketing and other functional strategies. Dear learners, I hope and believe that you have a clear understanding about these topics, and I request all the learners just go through your textbook. If you have any sort of query or if you have any sort of question, just write to the Dean, School of Business, Bangladesh Open University, Gazipur 1705. This is all about today. Thanks to all.